Introduction. If your goal is to see your 100th birthday and enjoy the years beyond, there are 5 everyday habits you should start cutting back on immediately. Many people over 60 are still doing these common routines without realizing they could be shaving years off their lives. What you're about to hear might truly surprise you. Researchers who study longevity have pinpointed clear patterns that set centenarians apart from those who age faster. And the last habit on this list? Over 90% of older adults do it every single day, unaware of the toll it takes on their health. Stay with me. This could completely change how you think about aging well. Welcome back to Life Advice for Older People, where I share practical, research-backed strategies that can add vibrant, healthy years to your life. Today, we'll cover the 5 habits longevity specialists recommend reducing or eliminating if you want to join the 100 Club. You'll discover the surprising behavior that ages your brain faster than smoking, the daily pattern that silently drains your energy, a social habit that is literally toxic to your cells, a common eating mistake that prevents nutrient absorption, and a nightly routine that robs your body of its ability to repair itself. I'll also give you simple, realistic alternatives for each habit so you can start making changes right away. If this message resonates, give the video a like. It helps other seniors find this important information. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because next week I'll share 7 food centenarians eat every single day. Habit number 1, chronic stress and worry. Stress isn't just unpleasant. It's one of the most powerful forces accelerating the aging process from the inside out. Constantly worrying about health, finances, or family problems keeps your body in a state of emergency. Here's the science. When you're anxious, your adrenal glands release cortisol, the body's built-in alarm system. Cortisol is helpful in short bursts, but when it's switched on all the time, it begins breaking down key systems. Your immune defenses weaken, blood pressure rises, and, perhaps most striking, your telomeres, protective caps on your DNA, shrink faster, which directly accelerates aging. Consider Sylvia's story. After her husband passed at 70, she was consumed with worry about money, living alone, and her health. For 5 years, she slept poorly, lost her appetite, and developed high blood pressure. Her doctor warned her that stress was damaging her faster than any illness. At 75, Sylvia decided to change. She created what she called a worry budget, 15 minutes a day to think about every concern, then no more. She practiced deep breathing and ended each night with gratitude journaling. Within months, her blood pressure normalized, she slept through the night, and her energy returned. Today, at 95, Sylvia still gardens, drives, and volunteers. What we can learn from centenarians: studies of blue zones, places where people regularly live past 100, show that these elders don't have fewer problems. They just handle them differently. They build downshifting habits in a daily life. Simple, intentional activities to shed stress. How to apply this now? 5-4-3-2-1 grounding. Name 5 things you see, 4 you can touch, 3 you hear, 2 you smell, 1 you taste, to pull yourself back into the present. Scheduled worry time. Keep your concerns to a short, specific window each day, writing them down to release them from your mind. 4-7-8 breathing before bed. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This activates your body's relaxation mode. Older adults who reduce daily worry often experience better sleep, improved digestion, clearer thinking, and a greater sense of optimism. Which of these stress reduction techniques feels most doable for you? Let me know in the comments. Habit number 2, too much sitting and not enough movement. Your favorite chair might feel like a safe haven, but spending most of the day sitting could quietly be one of your biggest enemies when it comes to longevity. I'm not suggesting you start running marathons in your 70s or 80s. What I'm talking about is the cumulative damage from hours upon hours spent in a chair, on the couch, or lying in bed when your body is capable of gentle movement. Here's what happens when you sit for long stretches. Within 30 minutes, blood circulation slows. Calorie burning drops by up to 90%. Muscles begin to switch off and weaken. After 2 hours, your good cholesterol levels drop. And here's the alarming part. Even if you exercise for an hour a day, sitting for the rest of the time can still take years off your life. Marcus, an energetic 88-year-old, learned this lesson firsthand. After retiring at 65, he realized he was sitting 10 to 12 hours daily, reading, watching TV, doing puzzles. When his doctor warned him about muscle loss and bone density decline, Marcus made a simple change. Every 30 minutes, he would stand and move for a couple of minutes. Watering plants, folding laundry, walking to the mailbox, or even marching in place. It all counted. He took calls standing up, stretched during TV shows, and added short walks throughout the day. Nothing extreme, but consistent. Within 3 months, his balance improved, his energy soared, and his bone density tests showed progress. The science backs this up. Research from a Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that every additional hour of daily sitting after age 60 increases mortality risk by 11%. But breaking up sedentary time with just 2 to 3 minutes of light activity every hour can dramatically reduce the risk. Simple ways to break the cycle. Commercial break rule. Stand and move during every break, or pause every 30 minutes if streaming. Chair-friendly moves, seated marches, shoulder rolls, ankle circles, and torso twists keep blood moving. Turn chores into exercise. Cooking, tidying, gardening, and folding laundry all count as movement. Phone call walking. Stand or walk during every call. Many people even think more clearly when moving. Muscle loss, or sarcopenia, accelerates with inactivity, making falls and loss of independence more likely. By adding gentle, consistent movement throughout the day, you can slow and sometimes reverse this process. The takeaway: you don't need to work out to protect your longevity. You just need to keep moving. Small bursts of activity, repeated all day, can help you stay strong, steady, and independent for years longer. Habit number 3, social isolation and draining relationships. You might think living longer is all about diet and exercise, but your relationships can be just as important. Isolation, or surrounding yourself with negative, energy-draining people, can be toxic to your body at a cellular level. Here's the catch. Being alone isn't the same as being lonely, and sometimes the most harmful connections are with those closest to us. Chronic loneliness and constant exposure to negativity trigger ongoing stress, which raises inflammation, weakens your immune system, and speeds up aging. The famous Harvard study of adult development, which has tracked people for over 80 years, found that quality relationships, not wealth, fame, or career success, are the biggest predictor of health and happiness. Ruby's story is a powerful example. At 92, she's sharp, active, and joyful, but it wasn't always that way. For decades, she endured constant criticism from her sister and spent time with neighbors who thrived on gossip. These interactions left her drained and anxious. At 85, after a particularly toxic family gathering made her physically ill, Ruby decided on a relationship reset. She set firm boundaries with her sister, limited their calls to twice a month, and stopped attending negative family events. She distanced herself from complainers and instead joined a library book club, volunteered at an animal shelter, and began hiking with a local seniors group. The change was dramatic. Within 6 months, her blood pressure normalized, her mood improved, and she made 3 close new friends. Science confirms what Ruby experienced. A PLOS medicine study found that strong social connections increase survival rates by 50%, the same impact as quitting smoking. On the flip side, toxic relationships can create the same physiological stress as living in constant physical danger. How to upgrade your social life for longevity. 1. Do a relationship energy check. For 1 week, note how you feel after interacting with each person, energized or drained. 2. Set boundaries. Limit time with toxic individuals and redirect negative conversations. 3. Seek positive connections. Join groups, classes, or volunteer programs that match your interests. 4. Deepen the good bonds. Schedule regular contact with people who inspire and support you. Positive relationships lower blood pressure, boost immunity, and keep the brain sharper. For many, this social shift is as life-extending as any change in diet or exercise. Habit number 4. Poor eating habits and mindless meals. Even the healthiest diet can lose its benefits if the way you eat is working against you. Eating while distracted, rushing through meals, or having no set meal schedule can hard digestion, reduce nutrient absorption, and disrupt your body's natural rhythms. When you eat too quickly, your brain doesn't have enough time to register fullness, which can lead to overeating. Distractions like TV or scrolling on your phone trick your brain into forgetting the meal, which fuels cravings later. And irregular meal times confuse your circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock that controls sleep, hormone release, and cellular repair. Giuseppe, a 96-year-old Italian man, credits his long life not just to what he eats, but to how he eats. Even after his wife passed away, he treated every meal like an event. Real plates, a set table, no screens, and slow, mindful chewing. He eats at the same times each day and always expresses gratitude before his first bite. When Giuseppe moved into assisted living, he was shocked to see residents eating from disposable containers in front of the TV. Despite having access to the same food, many of them complained of digestive issues and low energy, problems Giuseppe had avoided his entire life. The science backs him up. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating slowly leads to about 10% fewer calories consumed while increasing satisfaction. Regular meal times improve metabolism, stabilize blood sugar, and enhance sleep quality. Mindful eating activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which optimizes digestion and nutrient absorption. How to eat for longevity. 1. Slow down. Make each meal last at least 20 minutes. Put your fork down between bites. Chew thoroughly, and pause to notice how you feel. 2. Eliminate distractions. No TV, phones, or work during meals. Give your food your full attention. 3. Create rituals. Even if you're alone, set the table, take a few deep breaths, and express gratitude before eating. 4. Be consistent. Aim for regular meal times to help your body maintain a steady rhythm. Older adults who make these changes often notice improved digestion, stable energy, and even natural weight loss without dieting. Habit number 5. Poor sleep hygiene and evening habits that sabotage rest. Sleep is when your body repairs, restores, and resets itself. Yet many older adults unknowingly undermine this process every night with habits that disrupt deep, restorative sleep, the kind that keeps your brain sharp, your mood steady, and your body strong. Late-night screen time, inconsistent bedtimes, warm bedrooms, and heavy evening meals are some of the biggest culprits. They interfere with melatonin production, digestion, and your natural circadian rhythm. Louise's story is a perfect example. For decades, she fell asleep in front of the TV, woke up in the middle of the night, and tossed and turned until morning. She ate dinner late, kept her bedroom warm, and scrolled on her tablet in bed. She accepted fatigue, irritability, and brain fog as normal aging. That changed when her granddaughter, a nurse, visited for a week and spotted the problem. At 82, Louise adopted a sunset routine, finishing dinner by 7 p.m., dimming lights after 8, avoiding all screens an hour before bed, cooling her bedroom to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and doing gentle stretches followed by light reading before sleep. Within 3 weeks, she was sleeping through the night and waking up refreshed. The science of sleep and longevity is clear. People who consistently sleep 7 to 8 hours have longer lifespans than those who sleep too little or too much. Deep sleep helps clear harmful brain plaques linked to Alzheimer's, strengthens immunity, and supports tissue repair. Blue light from screens can suppress melatonin for up to 3 hours, a problem compounded by age-related declines in melatonin production. Your blueprint for better sleep. 1. Start your wind-down routine 2 to 3 hours before bed. Dim lights, reduce stimulation, and engage in calming activities like reading, stretching, or soft music. 2. Time your last meal. Finish eating at least 3 hours before bedtime. Choose light, sleep-friendly snacks if needed. 3. Cool your bedroom. Keep it between 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal deep sleep. 4. Be consistent. Go to bed and wake up at the same times every day, even on weekends. 5. Handle nighttime wake-ups calmly. If you can't fall back asleep within 20 minutes, get up, do something quiet in dim light, and return to bed when sleepy. Seniors who improve their sleep hygiene often report better mood, sharper memory, stronger balance, and more energy. Like Louise, they discover that restful nights make everything else in life, from physical activity to social engagement, easier and more enjoyable. Conclusion: how changing just a few habits can add years to your life. Living to 100 and enjoying those years in good health isn't about luck or perfect genetics. It's about consistently making choices that protect your body and mind while avoiding the habits that quietly chip away at your well-being. We've covered 5 of the most common longevity killers. 1. Chronic stress and worry, the invisible force that accelerates aging from within. 2. Too much sitting, the comfort trap that weakens muscles, bones, and circulation. 3. Social isolation and toxic relationships, which erode health just as much as poor diet. 4. Poor eating patterns, habits that rob your body of vital nutrients. 5. Poor sleep hygiene, nightly routines that block the body's natural repair process. Each of these can be replaced with healthier, more life-giving alternatives. And you don't have to change them all at once. Start with the one that feels most urgent or most manageable. Focus on it for a few weeks, then add another. Over time, small, consistent adjustments create a powerful compound effect. Here's what often happens. Within the first week or 2, you notice better energy and clearer thinking. Within a month, friends might comment on your brighter mood or steadier vitality. And after 3 months, you may feel like you've rewound the clock, moving more easily, sleeping better, and facing each day with more optimism. I've seen it happen again and again. People in their 70s taking up new hobbies, in their 80s traveling to dream destinations, and in their 90s mentoring younger generations, all because they broke free from these 5 destructive habits. Your future self is depending on the decisions you make today. Whether you dream of celebrating your 100th birthday, surrounded by loved ones, or simply want to feel strong, sharp, and independent for as long as possible, it all starts now. If this video inspired you to rethink even one of your daily habits, give it a like and share it with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe with notifications turned on, because next time, I'll reveal 7 foods centenarians eat every single day to stay healthy, active, and happy. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Share in the comments what stood out to you in this video. We'd love to hear it. Your feedback means a lot. Subscribe to Thrive Beyond 60, turn on the bell, and join us for more videos. See you very soon.